The Dancing Bear? Once upon a time, in a bustling town that lay at the edge of a vast, wild forest, there lived a magnificent bear named Bären. Unlike any ordinary bear, Bären possessed a unique gift. When he moved, it was as if the very air around him danced. His graceful, powerful limbs and gentle eyes revealed a soul that loved to sway to the rhythm of nature. In the deep, quiet woods, Bären had once roamed free, following the murmurs of the wind and the soft music of the forest. But fate, as it often does, took an unexpected turn. One crisp autumn morning, while Bären was wandering near the forest's border, a sly and ambitious man named Garrick discovered him. Garrick, a man driven by greed and the lure of easy money, saw in Bären not a majestic creature, but a means to entertain and profit. With promises of comfort and a warm bed, he coaxed Bären from his woodland home and brought him into the heart of the town. There, Garrick set up a grand performance in a dusty courtyard, announcing to anyone who would listen that he had found a dancing bear of extraordinary talent. At first, the townspeople gathered in droves. They marveled as Bären was led onto a makeshift stage, his once wild eyes now filled with confusion. Garrick had crafted a routine designed solely to impress and amuse. With a flourish, the man clapped his hands, and Bären, who instinctively moved with a natural grace, began to sway and step in time to a clattering, haphazard tune. The performance was a dazzling display of agility and unexpected beauty. Children laughed and cheered, and adults clapped in admiration, all while Garrick pocketed coins and praise. Yet, beneath the glittering surface of the spectacle, Bären's heart ached. Every day, he was forced to perform a dance that was not born of joy but of compulsion, a dance orchestrated by a man who cared only for profit. Garrick's whip and harsh words echoed in Bären's ears. The bear's natural rhythm was replaced by a frantic pace designed to keep the crowds entertained, while his soulful eyes longed for the quiet solitude of the forest and the freedom of simply being himself. As seasons passed, the crowd's applause grew frequent, but so too did Bären's sorrow. His limbs, once fluid and free, began to move with a heavy reluctance. The forest, with its rustling leaves and gentle streams, became a distant memory, a warm dream fading under the bright, unforgiving lights of the town. One cold winter's night, as Bären huddled in his small, cramped enclosure behind a crumbling tent, his eyes reflected a glimmer of defiance. He realized that no amount of coin or applause could ever replace the true joy of being free. One evening, when Garrick's attention was captured by another promising venture, Bären sensed his chance. Under the cover of darkness, with only the soft glow of the moon guiding him, the bear mustered every ounce of strength and resolve. With a slow, determined push against the heavy wooden gate of his temporary prison, Bären finally broke free. His mighty frame, still filled with latent grace, moved silently through the narrow streets until he reached the welcoming embrace of the nearby forest. There, amidst the towering trees and gentle murmur of a stream, Bären found solace. As he roamed the familiar trails, his heart swelled with the pure, unburdened joy of freedom. The forest, with its whispering winds and dancing shadows, reminded him of who he truly was, a creature of nature, not a puppet for profit. With every careful step, he reclaimed his lost rhythm, and soon the scars of his captivity began to fade, replaced by the warm glow of a life truly lived. News of Bären's escape spread slowly, carried by murmurs among the townspeople and the rustling leaves of the forest. Many began to question the cruelty of exploiting a noble creature for mere amusement. Garrick's fortune dwindled as his once thriving performances lost their magic, for no show could ever recapture the authenticity of a bear who danced for his own joy. And though some still remembered the spectacle of the dancing bear, the legend of Beirin became a quiet reminder that true beauty lies not in forced performances but in the freedom to follow one's own nature. In time, Beirin became a symbol of hope and resilience, his story whispered on the wind and shared among those who believe that every soul deserves the liberty to be true to itself. And deep within the forest, where the trees still told stories of old and the streams sang lullabies of renewal, Beirin danced, not for the applause of strangers, but for the sheer, unadulterated joy of living free. Moral of the story *. The fable of the dancing bear teaches us that true happiness and beauty come from freedom and authenticity. When we are forced to live against our nature, our inner light dims, no matter how brightly we might perform for others. It reminds us to value our true selves over the fleeting praise of those who seek to exploit our talents, and that the greatest reward lies in living life on our own terms.